I'm not too sure. Maybe I could be a really good model, but that's my dream, but I don't know.
So, when you were 8
Yeah.
or 9, how did you think you would be now?
Ooh, I think I'd be a bit more adult-like by now. Yeah, I probably envisioned that it was a lot like High School Musical and all these other Disney shows I watched. But now that I'm living it, I'm like, wow, this is not like it at all. No one's breaking into song. Teenagers and Disney Channel, they would like be very grown up. I'm still trying to figure it out. I still feel like a kid because I was raised by a single mom. I think that I was like, okay, I need to be more. I need to be better to, well, make her proud, of course, which every kid wants.
Hi there.
Hi. Oh, give me one second.
Okay, let's see. How are you?
I'm good. How are you today?
I'm good. It's it's summer here, but we have rain in summer normally. So we've had some heavy rain.
Yeah. In Jamaica, during this, like the hurricane season,
Yeah.
it's fucking crazy. Absolutely wild.
So tell me about your project.
Well, it's a documentary. It's gonna be a documentary about what affects how people imagine their futures, basically. Like role models, influences, oppression, ideas, that kind of stuff. And the idea is to film interviews, a bunch of different interviews, and then also do stop motion for the interviews where we're talking about their past. So it's almost like their past self is like doing the interview. This year we do our PVS, which is like a big art project of some kind. And I'm trying to think about what I want to do in the future and how accurate that will be. Trying to imagine that, getting perspective on it.
Um, so teenager years were like 1984 to, I guess, yeah, around that period. That period in South Africa was called a state of emergency period, which means that as a person, colored and black and Indian populations were under severe restrictions. So as a teenager, we couldn't go out at particular hours. We were under like police control. Beaches were racially segregated. My family and community used to call me a tomboy. So I used to be, I was female assigned at birth, and my expression was always masculine. Uh, um, since I can remember as a teenager, I always imagined myself as like a lawyer. I wanted to be a lawyer, like someone who was like fighting for justice or had some sense of consciousness about things. But definitely, I always imagined lawyers who were like, that was like the ultimate career, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I went to an immigration school when I first moved here, and everyone, all the like black colored girls, all they wanted to be were lawyer or doctor. Every single one of them.
Yes.
It's the career path.
Yeah.
I feel I grew up watching The Cosby Show, and I think that was like the ideal for me. And in that show was a mother and a father, and they had 5 kids, and they lived in Brownstone, Brooklyn, and they just lived the life. And I was like, that was the ideal, that was the goal, like to have that life, because I didn't have that life. I was always imagined being in music videos. I would think about like, I would hear a song, and I would think about the whole, like what the whole storyboard of that um, song would be. And at the time, I think I just imagined being in it because that's all I saw women like look like me do. But now I realize I was like, I wanted to direct, I wanted to produce, I wanted to make.
Like when I was watching TV as a kid, like you're looking for yourself in those shows, in those moments. At 8, I understood the responsibility that is pushed on women to be sexually desirable. And that was something that I immediately was like, that's where I fit.
Ik denk toen ik 15 was, had ik bijvoorbeeld mijn eerste mobiele telefoon waar ik geen internet op had. Dus ik kon alleen maar sms'en. Nu is denk ik de invloed van de telefoon of de beeldcultuur online veel groter. Waardoor er een soort nieuwe wereld, een nieuwe digitale wereld bij leerlingen is ontstaan. Wat je dus ziet is ook dat daardoor het nog grilliger is. Dus er is nog meer verandering gaande, omdat leerlingen veel meer input krijgen dan dat ik eigenlijk op die leeftijd had. Maar wat denk ik wel hetzelfde blijft, is, ja, hoe moet ik dat zeggen, is toch een stukje karakter van de leerling. Dus je ziet inderdaad door de hormonen en door de puberteit veranderen leerlingen, veranderen interesses van leerlingen, verandert er ook een stukje identiteit. Maar eigenlijk bepaalde karaktertrekken, die blijven eigenlijk ook wel. Andere stukje is, ja, dat is echt heel erg op identiteit. Ook in kunstuitingen. Er zijn een kunstmiddelbare school. Je ziet dat leerlingen soms heel erg die interesse in beeldende vorming kunnen hebben. Maar uiteindelijk toch switchen naar dans of drama.
I had a weird relationship with like age as a teenager. A couple experiences. I had like young people near me die, and then young, like in their 20s. And then I remember in school one day we were all like gathered as a class and we watched the Challenger spaceship do its launch, and it exploded. It had a teacher on it, had all these people. It was like a mixed experiment of like astronauts and other professionals in the spaceship, and it exploded while the whole class was watching it. It just blew up in the sky. And there was no doubt that everybody on that died. And I remember thinking that like they were like where I would be by the time I'm like in my 20s was not something I imagined.
We were like in a 2-bedroom state space, which is very small, like 60 square meters, apartment, and we were about 8 people in that. So I always knew I wanted to get out of, I needed to have like a space. And it did seem like becoming a lawyer would be the route to ending that, to ending my living situation and my family's, I was needing that shift and change. Not having the language to name it, but I think a sense of stability. Because I used to see my friends live in the same house, and we were always moving.
I definitely know that me and my family, we move around a lot. We immigrated to a different country. And I was thinking about where I want to go to college and what I want for my future. And this idea of like buying a boat home like really got into my head. Like I really, really wanted it. And I wanted to like work towards it however I could, because we never really had like a space, even though I know that as a person, like I don't think a house is probably going to make me happy as a person. It's still something that my brain's like, but if we had it, we would never have to move ever again. How different is your life now than you expected it to be when you were a teenager?
Oh my gosh, like it's my life now is a dream. Like it's better than my role models' lives. You know what I mean? It is a dream. I've exceeded my ancestors' wildest expectations.
Oh, it's so vastly different. Like, I mean, firstly, I never became a lawyer. so that never happened. It's vastly different in many ways. One is, firstly, I think discovering myself, because so much about the past has been about thinking about everybody. Like you think about a collective trauma or collective experience. And now I'm at the stage where I do think about that much more, but I think about myself closer.
If you could show one aspect of your life to your past self, what would you choose?
I think, oh my God, it's making me teary. I think my passport. I think I'd show my teenage self my passport. And like, yeah, just to know how big the world is and how much of it we're gonna see and how much of it, like, yeah.
Besides the work that I do, I'm creating a queer trans. I'm building a retreat space where I am. I don't know if you can hear the cows, but there are cows outside. So I'm in this village of rural area where I'm creating this space, and I think my teenage self would be very happy about that because my teenage self never had a home, never had a base, never had roots to feel a sense of stability, to feel nurtured. And the retreat space name is Nurture Retreat. So I think the inner child feels very healed and connected to the adult child.
I think I will discover that I am infinitely braver than I give myself credit for right now.
Yeah, in 10 years, I don't know if that's possible, but I have a dream and I gotta make that true. That's my vision.
I hope that it's possible, depending on which way I go in life.
Are you ready?
I'm so excited and I'm more than ready.
More than ready.
More than ready.
Above
as
ready.
ready as I'll ever be.
That's incredible.
Thank you.